Welcome to SRT Life. On today's episode, we're going to change the oil on the Durango SRT. Alright, some of the items we're going to need to change the oil and filter on the Durango SRT. We're going to have to jack up the vehicle, obviously. Make sure when you jack up the vehicle, not only do you use your hydraulic jack, but you put a real jack stand under it and put the pressure on the jack stand. We would hate for anything to fall on you due to a failure of your hydraulic jack. Also, a good idea is to put some chocks behind your tires. Just don't forget to remove those when you're done changing the oil and servicing your vehicle. Now, if you're wondering where you jack, you can use the frame of your vehicle to jack up your hydraulic lift, and there's a mark. See that triangle right there? And right under there is where you put your stand. Alright, some of the items we're going to need to change the oil on the Durango SRT. 13mm socket, filter wrench, Pennzoil Ultra Platinum Full Synthetic 0W40 motor oil. I'm changing out the drain plug with a magnetic gold plug. I'll have the part number in the description for that. And when you go and have your oil changed at the dealer, they're not going to put a SRT filter in, most likely. They're going to use a black MOPAR filter. It's not rated for as high a pressure and flow as the SRT branded filter recommended by SRT. And that's this one right here. 05038-041AA. This is the SRT filter for the 392 engine. So we're going to put that in there today. I had the a free oil change from Dodge, and they put the black MOPAR in, so that's what we're pulling out today. Alright, we've got the vehicle jacked up. We're on the jack stand. I forgot to mention, you make sure you set your parking brake too, besides having your wheel chocks. We're going to open up the hood. See this glorious 392 Hemi right here. It's a beautiful engine. We do a little more cleaning, get some more dust off here, but been performing very well so far. We've got like 8,000 miles on this beast. Alright, here we go. You can see the 13mm oil pan drain plug right there. We're going to be changing out with the gold plug magnetic drain plug. And there's our MOPAR black oil filter. Lower pressure, lower flow than recommended by SRT, but we'll be changing that out. And you can see those lines right there are so close to this filter. So we're going to try a couple different filter wrenches, see if we can slide over there and around, but I hope it won't be too difficult. They have this little scoop right here. It's going to catch the oil into our drain pan. I'll be pulling out here in just a second, but it does get everywhere. So this is the one that's the most messy and cumbersome. Getting the oil out of the drain pan is easy, but once you get this oil filter here, it's so close to those pipes, and it's just very difficult to get in there. I had that first oil change done by the dealer, and I noticed a week or two later, checked my oil, and I had about a quart low. Well, in my garage I had oil all over the floor where I don't normally see where I park, and the filter was one turn loose from the dealership after that first free oil change. Needless to say, all of them after that are done by me. I think I got it loosened. Let's see if I can get it to turn. Oh yeah, barely. Let's get this over here. It's going to start pulling out. There we go. It's coming down the little tray there. Got the filter coming down. Oh, what a mess. Alright. One thing you always want to do is make sure that the filter gasket, that little black, flat black plastic there, is on when you take it off. If you leave it up in there and you put the new filter on, you're going to have double gasket and it's not going to seal properly and you will have leaks. So always make sure that little gasket right there is on. There we go. Right here so it drains. Here comes our oil. I'll show you the difference in the drain plugs there. One on the left is the factory plug. The one on the right is the gold plug with a magnetic tip there. And we shall see how it fits here in just a second. So one thing I like to do to prep the new filter, put a little bit of oil on the gasket so it spins smoothly. Same thing on the threads. Now I don't pre-fill my filters. Some people do that. I tend to make a huge mess when I do that. Alright, let's see if we can reach this up in there. Get it lined up on the bolt. Of course, they don't make anything easy, do they? There it goes, it's on the threads. Not cross-threaded, nice and smooth. You're only going to hand tighten this filter. And I like to usually get a couple hands up in there and tighten it like I do on my F-250 over there, but that's not going to happen in this tight space. I got pipes on one side, pipes on the other, and a guard below it. So I will dry it off here in a minute, and then we'll tighten it up by single hand as much as we can. Alright, I got the supplied washer, and it does thread nice and smooth. This was the rubber gasket that was on the original plug, but the new washer, or the new plug, came with a metal washer, soft metal washer. So I'm just going to use it. I'm going to leave this off and make sure it seals, but I believe with having the metal washer I should not need this. See that it was up in there like that, the original washer gasket. This is more of a gasket than a washer. Keep that for in case I need it for future use. Let's tighten this up. Alright, that should be tight enough. Let's get everything cleaned up. Here's a little trick to tightening your oil filter by hand. This is a little jar lid remover grip devices. You can stick your hand up there, help you get a little bit better grip on the filter, and hopefully get it on tighter. Let's see if I can get that on. Oh yeah. Wish this was a little bit bigger, but alright, that's as tight as I can get it. Alright, let's fill this bad boy up with oil. Gotta get a clean funnel. Don't want any foreign material getting down in your beautiful engine. Let's get that situated right there. Alright, we're going to add our Pennzoil Ultra Platinum Full Synthetic 0W40 motor oil. If I'm not mistaken, there's 7 quarts for the 392 Hemi. We will stop at 6. Of course, I'll level the vehicle out. Of course, remember I did not fill the oil filter, so it will have to fill when I start it, and then we'll check it again. It's best to check this engine with the engine warm after you get the engine to normal operating temperature, and let it set 15 to 30 minutes, and then you check the oil level. I believe that's what the manual says. Of course, checking the engine oil level cold, you have all the oil at the bottom, everything's cold, but that is what it said. Okay, we can see drain pan nice and clean with a new gold plug. The filter is installed nice and clean. Again, after I run it for a while, we'll come back and make sure there's no leaks. Alright, let's get our jacks mounted under here. Release the pressure off the jack stand. Jack stand's released. See if we can slowly lower. This is a new hydraulic lift here. Is very finicky. There we go. And it's down. Alright, so we know we've got 6 quarts of oil in it. Our oil filter is not full. I'll come back and finish that up in a second. But to fill that oil filter up, how about we do a fun cold start of a 392 engine. Everyone loves the sound of a cold starting 392 Hemi. Here we go. Won't fill it all the way up there. Oh yeah. So now we are in the window. Put a little more oil in it. Top it off after we've checked it and let it cool. And that should take care of changing the oil. a 2018 Durango SRT 392 Hemi engine. Alright, one of the last things to do is to reset the oil life meter. We go down to vehicle info, scroll over to the oil life. You see I had 10% left when I changed my oil. Hold the OK down, and we are 100%. And then I will scroll back over to my air pressure, go back up to my speedometer, and I am done. Well, I hope everyone enjoyed participating in changing the oil on the 2018 Durango SRT 392 Hemi engine. It's a fairly easy process. Do it regularly, do it often, do it well. Engine will last you a long time. So for SRT Life, have a blessed day. Peace out.